Looks like the verdict's in. Everyone's pretty keen on the Datsun. The only other one that I sort of forgot about was out the back here, was this ute. We put the turbo on that on this ages ago with the diesel, but it sat here and it's deteriorated a lot. I could have put a Z-Tech or something in that, slept in the back, would have been pretty cool, but yeah, I think we are going to roll with the Datsun. So here we go, let's go get it out. Jake's over today, helped me piss about a bit with his bike. I might be getting a sports, so I gotta talk to a mate that's got one. I'm not gonna buy it. I've always wanted to build a custom Sportster. Right, anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I have to move this, move them, move that rock, and then gently drag that out. I actually found the keys for this, thank God. I was looking for keys today because scrap run's going out next week, so we've been busy doing that today. Righto, I'm pretty happy with this thing, it's going to be awesome. Righto, I'm going to go get the forklift and do a bit of this and a bit of that. Let's get this out. Awesome. Righto, so we've moved the big rock out of the way. Yeah, so I'll just put this under the diff, pull it back slowly and hopefully it still rolls and go from there. Something if I do that. I thought you said there wasn't a tow bar.
No, no tow ball.
Oh, okay. I might just put a soft strap around that and we'll pull it out. So yeah, like I found a couple of bits of rust down the bottom there. The interior is still pretty good in this thing, it's not too bad. But the dash is a bit shit. But yeah, I still reckon it'll be a good thing. Like I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna. The window works. That's always a bonus. I reckon I've got a good couple of weeks of rust repair on this anyway. Like it's yeah, but nothing's ever easy, you know. What do I expect? The thing's about 400 years old. Yeah, with some previous panel work. What do you reckon, buddy? Wait, come and say hello. Hey, yeah. Righto, let's try and drag this out, see what it's going to do. What a chariot. Let's have a bit of a look, eh? You can see it a bit better. She looks like a big turd, but it's going to be cool. Bottom of that one's not too bad. The boot lid's not too bad. I don't know what's under. Oh shit, that's terrible. The bottom of that quarter's terrible. Sill panel's bad. Jeez, maybe I should have just done a HR. Huh. What's that?
Do an esky.
Yeah, no, they've got to be done properly though. You know what I mean? Like this thing, realistically, like look at that interior, it's pretty good. Now the door trims are there. No, I want to do this. This is huge. This is cool. I don't care how rough it is either. Might do old school bog and flog on it and just
class it as a rat rock.
Yeah.
Don't worry about rust.
That's right. Let's just not worry about rust. Just don't look at it. It'll be fine. Righto. Let's pull this out a bit further. Look at the rust in that sill. Just change some tyres over. That's like a 20-inch space saver. 16. One's a little bit flat, but we're going to try and push that in now and try and get it into the hoist. It's a lot rustier than what I envisioned, but I was just talking to Jake then, and it's sort of like, if I don't play with this now, once I'm at the workshop full-time doing rest day work, I won't touch this. So if I play with it now, get it going, and you know, it doesn't really matter, it'll get done, but it probably won't get touched down the track, if that makes sense, because I have HRs and XYs and stuff to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to drive. It's got aircon too, so I'm wrapped. I'm in now, 100%. Righto, let's try and push this in. Righto, I just put another battery in it. I can't remember what we've done to this thing. It's got an electric fuel pump on it and a mechanical fuel pump, but I'm going to try and drive it in instead of pushing it because it's a fucking pain in the ass. I can't remember if it had a clutch or... Jeez, these doors are massive. So... what a weapon.
How good are those seats? It's awesome.
Righto, so it does that. And I'm going to grab some fuel to stick in the carby and see what it does. Jake can sit under the engine bay and spray into the carby for me so I can drive it in the workshop. I don't even know if the clutch worked or not, but...
I'm waiting to find out.
2 seconds. Let's go find something to... something to do something. Trusty old interior cleaner spray bottle. Some fuel. And let's give it a splash first, and then whoa, that was way too much. So what we might do is give it a second. What I want to achieve today is see if it'll run, and then see if the clutch works, and maybe just work out what I've got to order, as in master cylinder, slave cylinder, brake masters and stuff like that. And then once we know that we can get it to run and drive, then we can work out the rest from there. So, righto, everyone cross their fingers, and let's see what she's going to do. You beauty. Righto. This thing's that old, it's in freaking miles per hour. Righto. So yeah, you can do that. Right. If you can do a bit of spray, I'll try and get it to run and try and put it in gear. You ready? You'll have to keep spraying like it's a carbon.
Can you starter wind it in? Can you drive it in with the starter?
That seems to work. Watch out. It hasn't got enough fuel. You might have to push her in and then I'll have to play with the fuel system, I think.
Alright.
I'll give it another drink down the throat and then see what it's going to do. It'll go, it's just a piece of shit. Ooh, that was way too much.
Let's see if we get another little fireball.
Lucky it loves it. Loves it. These doors are so huge, they're bloody heavy.
Stop.
Gone out?
You just blew a bunch of shit out the carb that I don't think should be in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna go. I think I'm gonna have to pull the fuel thing off, see if it's actually drawing fuel, and go from there. The quick and shit way is not going to work today. That's all right. We can work it out. Righto. What I might do is I'll get you to sit in it. I'll push it with the forklift, and you can steer in.
I can just push it while you're in it.
Oh, all right. We can try that way, and then we'll use the forklift because it'll be too heavy. This thing's a lot rustier than I thought it was going to be, but that's all right. We've sort of started the process now. So what I'm going to do, you heard it fire, and I have had it running. I can't remember how well. The clutch did work, which was great. So I'm going to test this fuel pump. So I'm going to disconnect this line here. This goes to a hard line that goes all the way back to the tank. I don't want to just put fuel in the tank and suck it through at this stage. I'm going to disconnect that, stick a bottle to it, turn it over, see if it pumps fuel still. If not, we'll take this off and free it up. See if we can't just get it to run and idle and do its thing. And then from there, I think we clean. I think we pressure wash all this, pressure wash underneath, pressure wash under here. Go through, I just noticed another massive rust hole here. It's just going to be a case of piece by piece, fix the rust. Now, I have another one out in the yard. It's a sedan. I checked the sills on it yesterday, or one of them that I could get to, and it seemed alright. So I might be able to chop some sections out to do some of the rust repairs out of the shell that's out there, because it's rough, and it's a sedan, not a coupe. So let's get this off, get some fuel to it, turn her over, see what it's going to do, and then by the end of today, if I can have it so it's running off that fuel pump, check out the fuel tank, get it up in the air, make sure it's not rusty or whatever, and then put an extra maybe fuel filter in line, put some fuel in it, and then from there clean it. And yeah, I have no idea. This is a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. It's still going to be easier than doing a HR, and by doing this I don't actually care if it's done not perfectly, whereas a HR needs to be done perfectly. So yeah, righto, fuel. Okay, so bottle, fuel, the levels at just there, so we'll turn her over and see if it draws down. That drawing of fuel out? I reckon it is. Might try and give it some throttle. It's hard doing it by yourself, but you get a better result when you do things yourself. No, I don't think that pump's pumping. I might pull the fuel line off, going out of the pump, and just double check before I go much further. Because either way I've got to pull the pump apart, To me, I don't think that's drawing bugger all fuel in. Righto, let's pull the other line off. Started undoing these clamps and it's actually wet in behind here. So I just stuck a bit down the throat. I'll see if I can't get it to run just a little bit and it might start picking up the fuel out of that container. Rather than pulling stuff apart, I don't need to. See what she's gonna do. Come on. Come on. This was a Holden 6 sign to be running by now. Come on. Oh, cars, why do we do this stuff again? Is it a choke on this thing? Is that a choke? I think that's a choke. Try a bit of choke, you never know. Issues in the ignition, like I've got that held on just a little bit. Right, starter's not engaged, but if I let that ignition back just that little bit too far, it cuts out. So, see, let it all the way back. Alright, so we've got some sort of ignition problem, which is very annoying. She runs like a dream though. Let's try and put it into gear. Where can I sit this camera? Got to hold the key. Come on. That'd be right. Now it doesn't want to play at all. We don't get any dash lights or anything, so I think that perhaps might be our next port of call. I don't know. Might be a kill switch on it somewhere. I've actually had that before on a car. Right, I've had that on the car before where it was a HR. There was a kill switch on the car and it had only run, you couldn't turn the ignition all the way back. You had to leave it on just a little bit. So I need to chase some wiring, I think, and see. Well, look at that. Like, yeah, if there's an actual kill switch on this thing. Righto. There's why it stopped that time. It used all the fuel in that container. So at least we know that fuel pump's working. All that's good. We've just got to chase now this kill switch issue, which is painful. I hate wiring, but let's see what we can do. That's a positive start. Fuel pump's working. I can put fuel in the tank perhaps. I'll lift it up in the air, check the tank first and the lines, and then there'll be a wire to the coil if there's a kill switch somewhere. Hopefully they've done it that way. I don't know. Let's have a look. Righto, there's the result. So she's idling away. There was a wire off. There's the coil, and there was a wire off to the ballast resistor. So I've connected that back up, and now the ignition works. But that's idling away. Some wild exhaust leaks going on. Got aircon. Woohoo! Righto. Might turn that off before it runs out of fuel. We're going to check water and everything. We're getting there. Hang on, let's put it into gear. Before that runs out of fuel, let's see if the clutch is going to work. It wanted to work just then, so it just ran out of fuel though. Come on. Oh. Reverse, first, second. It's got flat tyre, but righto. We've got gears. Okay. We've still got a lot of rust, but we have. Righto. Hope you guys are happy with that. I am. I'm excited. Let's lift it up in the air and see how rusty it is underneath, and then from there we can start cleaning. How good's that? Righto. Feeling better and better about this rust all the time. Righto, so fuel in the tank, it sucked up, it drove out here, so I could back it out to here. Brakes, I've filled up some of the brake reservoirs with some fluid. The pedal's free, but it's not working. I might be able to bleed it up. We'll see how we go. I've just degreased a bit of it, so we're going to pressure wash this, go through and yeah, get it somewhere near cleanish so we can work on it. And then we can go from there. Someone's having fun next door. Righto, let's get this clean. As always, I'm running out of daylight. That's clean now, sort of. It's very rusty and shitty, but at least I can get in and work on it now. If there's any oil leaks, I'll be able to spot fresh oil leaks, and we can go from there. Hopefully it runs again, because I wet the Jesus out of it. But yeah, she's pretty good now. Well, it's not actually, it's terrible, but next step will be, there's a lot of stuff in here. So we'll get this boot open, see what's in the boot. I know there's a front bar somewhere, but there's boxes of, so there's got sill molds, which is good, that'll hide some rust. Boxes full of parts there, rear door trims. I hope that's the grille. Kick panel, there's a kick panel missing, I can see one just there. And then, I don't know what we're going to do with that dash, because it's terribly terrible. Yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon? This is Buddy, aren't ya? You're my mate. Yeah, so there's a door trim on that side, which is good. Sort that fuse box out. There's no real dash lights or anything at this stage, so we'll look at them. Chrome strips are sort of missing this one. It's got that one. Same on this side. It's missing that one. Hopefully it's in the back there. So I might leave this outside tonight. I won't bother putting it back in so it dries. We might pull some stuff out and lay it out, and I'll show you what we've got and what we're missing. Because part of the mission going down there, we'll get on Gumtree or Facebook pages, and we'll go down through Sydney to Melbourne, and hopefully whatever I'm missing we'll buy along the way and put the rest of the car together, because I'm guessing there was some stuff that'll be missing. So yeah, I don't know, do you reckon this was the right choice, guys? Now seeing that rust, we haven't looked at the rust properly yet, but I'll get it up on the hoist probably tomorrow, and we'll go from there, see what we can find. It'll be right. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be a rocket. Yeah, what do you reckon? Pussy power.